Hello, this is Kim with the Hashtag Project. I'm back with another tag. This is day number 7. This little tag is all about a message, airmail, I guess, because we have it on the front there. This one we did on the left side, the number in cream instead of white. We have a little piece of trim across here, a little piece of lace, and we've sewn some jingle bells on here. This little envelope slides right out with this little embellishment on there. And if you flip it over, this is a piece of the embossed paper that we had left over from tag number 6. You can use that, or you can use something that matches a little more, or whatever you choose. There's a brad on here. It's not really for any purpose. I just thought it was cute to put a little bit of something on there, industrial, I guess. It kind of matches the jingle bells. Then you can actually open up this little envelope, and we actually have included a little piece of cardstock with a stamped image on it, so you can add a note there, or just kind of a secret place to journal. If you have something you don't want to be on the back, you could put it in there. And then basically this slides right under that little piece of, you can put a piece of material, embossed paper, scrap paper, whatever you choose. So that's the idea for this little tag. And then we have a piece of jute string at the top for the topper on that one. So let's go ahead and get started on making this little guy. So in your kit, you'll have your tag. Let's go ahead and punch a hole at the top of the tag. Kind of eyeball and get that center. And then I do recommend on this one some reinforcements. These are some of the other ones that I had laying around. So any will do. If you just have plain white and you want to use some ink to ink them up a little bit, or if you want to use a marker and make them red, or green or gold, whatever color you want to use, just to kind of layer those up a little bit. I think this is a copper color. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get that done, and then open up your little plastic bag. Now you have some options with this one, however you want to do it. You can put the jingle bells on the piece of lace. What I did was just kind of sew them on. I have my needle and thread all ready to go. I'm just going to use red because there's red in the tag, and I just like that color. So for Christmas, obviously, I'm just going to go ahead and sew these guys on. Now you don't want to put them too close to the edge, because we are going to glue the edge of this lace, because we want this tag to slide down in the lace. So you don't want to glue it too close, or I'm sorry, sew it too close. So just give it about maybe a half an inch. Whoops, got a knot already. I don't know how I did that. Maybe we can salvage it. There we go. Now if you want to cut it, you can. If you don't want to cut it, you can just run it across there. I think I will go ahead and cut it, because if you don't, it might hinder you putting in the envelope. I don't know. Maybe not. But just to make sure that it doesn't cause you a problem, I would just go ahead and, well, I've done it again. Anyway, I would just go ahead and make a knot and cut it. then rethread or reknot your thread. And then get your next little jingle bell. These little guys are so cute. And you're going to want to make sure you have your lace on the right side. There is a front and a back side to it. It's a pretty big needle. I think these are adorable. Well, I am obviously struggling with this thread. There we go. Okay, that's jingle bell number 2. I think that's because my needle is so big. So don't do what I did and get a big needle. Okay. And my thread's okay at the bottom. And again on this side, not too close to the edge because you want to have enough room to glue the edge of your lace. And it doesn't really matter which direction they're going. It doesn't to me. It may to you. And if it does, then that's easily fixed. But to me, it doesn't matter. I want them to go either direction. So these aren't heavy, so it doesn't take much to keep them on. I do like the red thread on there, though. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope the weather's good where you are and you're able to get outside some. If nothing else, just for a quick break in the sunshine, if you're having sunshine. Okay, so there we have that. Those couple little pieces are ready. All right, and so we'll just lay that to the side. Now to get our envelope ready to fold, it's already scored for you, so basically all you got to do is fold it in. And you can actually use your scissors, just the handle of your scissors, and kind of, I guess what you call burnish that. I'm not sure of the term, but just kind of, I'd say mash that down a little bit, kind of help it stay down. And so you fold in the 2 sides first, and then the bottom. And again, do the same thing. Now, just to make sure again that I don't get way too much glue in the wrong place, because I will do that every time. I'm just going to put it on here. And on this other side piece. And then fold that up. Now, if you want to put the brad in the top, you can do that. I like the look of it with the little jingle bells. It doesn't really serve a purpose, so it's not something that you have to do. But if you want to, you can just take your needle and carefully, so you don't poke yourself, just punch a hole through the paper like that. Just punch a hole through that paper, and that should give you enough to get this little brad to pop right down in there. You have to work with it just a little bit, but it'll go. I'll say it will. I did another one a while ago and it went just fine. So maybe give that a little bit more. There we go. So you have that on the outside, and then when you open up your envelope, you can just fold these down. Now you may want to cut these off if they're too long. It's up to you. I just am going to turn it around so that it doesn't get in the way. Now on this one I think I did cut this one. Yeah, I did cut that off a little bit. And you can even take a piece of white paper and pop a circle out of it to cover that up if you want to. It's up to you. So we have that on there. And then again, if you want to take a piece of white paper, whatever you want to use, you don't need much of anything. I think I'm just going to, out of this, cut out these little flowers. Let's see if that's enough or if that's too much. Yeah, that's a little much. So I'm going to cut that down just a little bit more. Basically all we need is just a little bitty piece to come across here, and then I'm going to put glue on each side because I want to just be able to pop that down in behind this piece of paper. And I'll just hold that for a minute. Get off any excess glue. And you might, while that's drying, you might just pull that little piece out so it doesn't pull on it too much and cause it to come loose. Alright, so while that little piece is drying, we will go ahead and put our Jingle Bell lace on the tag. And so basically I just want to put a little bit of glue here on each side. Not too much because you want your, don't go in too far. You don't want your lace so far over that you can't get your envelope down in there. So go to the edge and then put your lace on the glue. Don't pull it too tight because again you want just a little bit of, if you notice on this one it's got a little bit of give there because you want, this envelope is fairly thick, so you want to be able to slide it behind there without it causing any problem. Alright, so I'm going to let that dry just a minute, and what I did was put the brad over to the left side and flip the envelope over, and then I put the little airmail at the top. So we can get that on there. And again, I'm on an angle. I don't know why I do that, but I just like it on an angle, I guess. I didn't realize it till I started doing videos. Alright, so there we have our little envelope. And if you have an image you want to put on the envelope, then you know you're welcome to add anything you want to extra to it. So this should be dry now, so we can just tuck that in behind that little piece of paper to keep that closed. And then I'm going to give that another couple minutes because it's still a little sticky. You can go ahead and put your little card inside the envelope. So that's ready to go. We'll give that a couple minutes, and while we're doing that, we'll go ahead and put our jute string through the top. If you have more Jingle Bells and you want to use them, or if you have a charm and you want to use it on this, then you can embellish it however you choose. Alright, and then for this one, we have the cream colored number 7. We also have the white included. We have cream and white included for every one of the tags. So if you'd rather use the white, which doesn't have the scallop on this one, or the cream, which does have the scallop, and then you can use your dot whichever way, white or cream or craft stock, whichever you want to do. We try to provide as many options as possible, so hopefully you kind of get to do it however you want to do it. And then this one is going on the left. So again, I'm going to go to the top corner. I'm going to put it on the tag instead of on the number, because if I don't, I'll have too much glue on the back. Okay. And that'll take just a minute to dry. But I think our sides are dry now, pretty good. So I think it'll be alright to go ahead and put our little envelope in there. And that is tag number 7. So I hope you have fun with that. And again, if you have any questions, concerns, please do let us know. And we'll be glad to help any way that we can. And I hope you have a blessed day.